Hello guys, Seba Live. So today we have my seasonal game versus Magma. This is coming up a little bit late because I was sick for like a whole week, and then I tried recording this before, but I don't know, I think when I was sick or something, I kept like breathing hard into the mic and you could hear it. It was like every time I stopped talking whatever, you like like you'd hear the you hear me breathing whatever. So I scrapped that, and I had to record again, which is now a couple days later when I had a day off or some free time. So here we have my game versus Magma. I'm gonna try to not do that because I know in some of my other videos, even when I'm not sick, I breathe into the mic sometimes, and it's kind of annoying, I guess, if it's noticeable in some videos. But yeah, just gonna get right into the game. So I bring this flying team that I really like to use. I don't think I've really ever lost with it in tournament. It's really fucking good, but like nobody has the secret spreads. I mean, if you really wanted to steal it, you could be like Zugu and steal the shit and put a fucking Dragonite over Skarmory, which I think you did. Anyway, let's just get right into it. So she brings some fairy theme, which this is one of the stuff that this team is kind of built to beat. All you gotta do is click Heavy Slam with Steela and deal with the Azumarill. That was my game plan. I have like 3 answers to Coco. Literally the best answers you could have to Coco on flying. So as long as I play well around that, I should be good to go. So let's get right into it. So she's gonna lead off with the Coco. I'm gonna lead off with my Landers because it led off very well versus her team. And if she leads off with the Bulu, I can literally just U-turn out on the Celesteela. So I know Bulu's coming out. I'm gonna click U-turn, bring in big boy Steela, and I'm clicking the Heavy Slam, and you pick one. Ah, you would have thought, nigga. I know she's going into Klefki, so I'm gonna click Flamethrower for some extra chip damage. Then I know she's going to Light Screen, so I'm gonna Heavy Slam this time, and then I'm going to Flamethrower the next, so I get literally like the most amount of chip damage I could have gotten on this Klefki. So here I'm gonna go for a Heavy Slam as the Coco's gonna come out. I probably should have predicted that, and I think I should have went out into my Gliscor here and got my Toxicor, because like that would have been like, because I knew the Coco was coming out, and I can just go into my Gliscor, get my Toxicor, spam Roost until the terrain, the thingy goes out. So I'm gonna protect here as the Coco's gonna go for Thunderbolt. I'm gonna go out to my Landers here because I know I take any one hit. I should have went out to Zapdos though, because if your specs you're not staying in, because I could obviously go Landers and then pivot out, but if because Landers to Gliscor is very obvious. She, like, the HPS was very obvious from her. I should have definitely went out to my Zapdos, and that would have given me a free sub potentially, or probably just a discharge because this Dynasty didn't even Mega Evolve yet. So gonna U-turn out as I bring in my Landers. I'm gonna regret that. I'm gonna show you later, but I'm gonna kind of regret that damage because I could have played the end game a little bit better if I played my Landers better. I definitely should have won Zapdos that turn, but gonna bring out my Steela. This is like free Heavy Slam again. You would have thought I'm gonna go for a Lead Seed because I know Coco's gonna come in, and that Lead Seed kind of eases the switch in into Zapdos better because I knew I was gonna go into Zapdos. So she's gonna go for a Thunderbolt. I'm gonna bring in my Zapdos here as she goes for a U-turn. Very good play because there's no way I'm really staying in. I didn't make the Heavy Slam play like at all. This game was kind of had me sad, but gonna bring in my Gliscor here because I know Rock's going up and I want to get my Toxicor. Bulu's gonna come out as I'm just gonna go for a safe Earthquake, and then I think here I go out into my Skarmory to try and get off a Defog as she doubles out in a Mimikyu. Which if you're gonna double, you double into Diancie here, you double into Coco. But yeah, I'm gonna Defog my Skarmory as Diancie's gonna come out and block that. Gonna go out into my Celesteela here because it takes advantage of the Rock's play. And I can just Heavy Slam for free. So Mimikyu's gonna come out as a sack. Gonna kill that boy with the next Heavy Slam and get a defense boost, but that doesn't even matter because you know, Coco's obviously gonna be revenge killing me. So if I get a Spadef boost, I'm pretty sure I just won here. Like honestly, unless the Azu got the boost, like he got the roll. I wouldn't want to take a knockoff anyway. So I'm going to go to my Landers because I know she's going to want to go for a Thunderball. Even if she does predict that, it's not really the end of the world. So, going to U-turn out on the Bulu. I'm going to bring out my Steela again. Going to click that Heavy Slam here as she goes for like a suicide Wood Hammer. Just fine. Going to get my kill. Now she's going to go out in the Coco again. Pretty sure. Yeah, and I'm gonna protect, and then I'm gonna sack my Landorus, which again, like if I played a little bit better, maybe Landorus could have. I mean, Landorus put in a lot of work this game, but like it would have been a little bit better for me. So I'm gonna sack my Landorus here, which is okay. I do have it is weakened, so we're okay, and Gliscor has a stock score, so I can use that to check Coco. So this is basically a free Earthquake here for me, as you get off some chip damage on the Azu. So here, I could have Earthquaked again, but if she got up a drum, then I basically had to sack 2 Pokemon, which would have been annoying. And then even if Mantine is inside and I go for haste, she can just pivot out into like Diancie, or she can just spam Play Rough and get damage off. So like, it wasn't really the best. I think I felt like Mantine was just a fine play. So she's gonna go for the knockoff, predicting Mantine to come out. Obviously, if you're gonna do that, I guess you Play Rough, because knockoff. I guess knockoff would have hit Celesteela, but I'd never risk Celesteela there. So she goes for the Play Rough, as I'm gonna predict her not to go for knockoff again or drum. I'm gonna bring out my Steela. Gonna go for a Leech Seed there as the Klefki comes in. Then the Coco's gonna come out, and now I'm just going to protect. Then I'm going to I think I sacked my Skarmory here, which again, like it was just killing me because I didn't make any plays this game, man. I could have went out into my Gliscor there, but if she went for HP Ice, it would have been really bad for me, like really bad. So I don't know if it was worth it. But yeah, I'm gonna knock out the Coco there as the Azu's gonna come out. I'm gonna click Earthquake as she goes for a knockoff, predicting my Mantine to want to come out. Gonna bring out my Zapdos here, and here I was like in a position. I was in a position where basically if she got the drum off, like if she lived the roll with Celesteela, I lost. I couldn't see a way of actually playing myself out of it besides paralyzing the Diancie with Discharge. Maybe if I went Skarmory on the Azu rather than sacking Mantine, because I do have counters, so maybe I should have done that instead. And yeah, I mean maybe I should have went Skarmory instead, but anyway, he's gonna bring in Diancie, not get the pair. If I got the pair there, I just won. Yeah, I'm gonna sack Mantine. I'm gonna bring in Steela. Gonna protect. Even if she doubles out in the Azu on the protect, like say like she was like, oh, I predict the protect, blah blah blah, goes out to Azu. She wins anyway if she gets the thingy off. So like it doesn't make a difference. Like it literally doesn't make a difference. She needs to get the roll anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna just go for a Heavy Slam here. Kill the Diancie, and basically if she gets the roll with Azu, she wins the game. And I'm gonna go for the Heavy Slam, and I'm going to get the roll. So honestly, if we made some plays this game, it wouldn't have come down this close. But she did play it pretty well, which is kind of weird because a lot of her games lately have been pretty horrible. But I guess versus me, and she actually had like ideal conditions where, like, you know, she had enough sleep and whatever stuff she needed to get out the way to actually play it her best. So I don't know, like, she played pretty well though. So we go to game 2. So game 2, I decided to bring Fairy because, you know, me being the idiot thinking that, okay, she's not gonna bring Steel because I just brought a Gliscor that's 6-0 Steel. But then again, Ian did the same thing and brought this shit. So she brought Steel, and I was like, okay, yep, probably gonna lose because this Jirachi's a problem because Calm Mind kind of beats everything. Especially because I get up Grassy Terrain up, yeah. And then the Ferrothorn obviously checks Azu, and then everybody's speed creeping their Scizors for the Azu, and then, you know, Heatran being Heatran, Excadrill having no switches. So like, yeah, let's just get right into it. I knew I was gonna lose this, but maybe I can do something. I don't even have a Clef, so the matchup is like really bad. I've won it before, but basically I gotta get up all my hazards and then try with Azu. But you'll see later on that kind of falls through. So gonna lead off my Bulu as a lead, because if Excadrill wants to come out, I can just pivot out into my Klefki and start getting up some hazards. Um, Honestly, I probably should have let off. Maybe I should have let off with Rabami because then I could have stun spored the extra drill turn 1. But yeah, I'm gonna get up my reflect as the Heatran's gonna come out. It's gonna go for rocks. I'm gonna go out to my Diancie here, and I am just going to get rocks up on my own. So I'm gonna go out into my Klefki here on the Ferrothorn as she doubles out into Jirachi, and don't really know anything about the Jirachi, but I'm gonna go for a light screen and then deal with it. Brings out Lefty Strand. I'm like, okay, I can go out to my Diancie. Maybe I can get some chip damage on this Heatran and go from there. So she's gonna protect as I go for a Diamond Storm, and then I see protect. I'm like, okay, so she's protect. She showed Stealth Rock, Magma Storm, and Earth Power. I'm assuming, which she does show. So I'm like, okay, I can use this thing for setup fodder, but I gotta get up some hazards so that I can actually kill the Jirachi, so I can kill everything with Aqua Jet. So I'm going to get up my webs as she kills me with the Heatran. Going to bring out my Coco, and I know Protect is going to come, so I'm going to go for a Calm Mind. And yeah, I'm +1 Magnet, so this should do a lot. But I'm going to pivot out to my Bulu because I was predicting the extra drill to want to come in. And she stays in Earth Powers, which doesn't really make sense to me, but then I find out later she's like max Spadef. So she definitely ate. But then again, I would have lived that, plus I was +1 behind screen. So I think I would have went drill there. And that, you still win anyway, because even if like you lose a Pokemon to Bulu, you just set up with your Scizor and win. But the fact that I got up that web meant that my Azu can actually have speed. So basically, like, if the extra drill does not have Rapid Spin, I can get up all my hazards, get up my spikes, get up my my webs, and then I could maybe do something with a Zoomer. That was my game plan anyway. So yeah, I think terrain I figured out that was like I was actually faster, which is kind of lame. Gonna bring out my Coco again. Gonna go for a Calm Mind here as she goes for a Magma Storm. Connects, which kind of blows. I'm gonna go for a Roost. Maybe I live. I was trying to Roost on this thing to see if she'd switch out, because you know I'm +1 Magnet, but then she reveals she's like max for that, so she ate anyway, which is disgusting. That is +1 Magnet in terrain, and that's 65. So I'm gonna go out on my keys. I'm gonna get up a light screen as she's gonna go out to extra drill, and here's where I was like, okay, I'll probably lose straight up. Gonna get up some spikes here. Gonna get up 1 spike. Now I think here I go for another spike as she goes for a Magma Storm. I think here I go for another spike. I should have Foul Blade honestly, because extra drill is really obvious. If she wanted to switch anyway, she'd go extra drill. So I'm gonna Foul Play now, do a good chunk of damage, and then I'm gonna get up on spike, and then I think here I'm gonna get up another spike. Which it was in like one of the bad turns where I couldn't really get up screens. I think I should have pivoted out in the Bulu, and then I should have probably clicked Superpower. But then I lost because if she sacked this to Superpower, she just goes out to Scizor and sword dances, and then I definitely lose because Scizor's out of range at +6 Aqua Jet, and I don't have Reflect anymore. So like, yeah, this is over. So basically I was thinking, okay, if I can dodge a Magma Storm on my Azu, right, and Belly Drum up, then I can be at full, and then I can live any hit from Scizor and stuff. Because if I just go out and try and hard Belly Drum on this, Magma Storm Protect is going to wear me down to the point of Bullet Punch. So I was like, okay, maybe I can wear this down. I'm going to go out to my Azu. I should just connect with the Magma Storm. Basically it's over at this point. I try and go for the drum, but it shows that I'm faster, which is like out of my mind. I'm like, what the hell? Because maybe I could have done something, because I could have been slower and got the drum off. But like, yeah, this is over. I'm gonna go for the knockoff, kill the Tran, and I'm just gonna die to Bullet Punch. So GG's. She got the second one for show. But I bring the heat game 3. So game 3, I load up with the dark. This is a dark team I built for Bit. It's just like a fun DD T-Tar team with Curse Muck, Specs Hydra, Defensive U-Turn Mandy plus Scarf U-Turn Gren, and Sash Crook. So she ends up bringing the fairy team she brought already. looking at the matchup, match's pretty good for me. I have a Muck as Curse, Poison Jab, and Fire Punch. That boy's 6 O's. The only way you win is using Azu to knock off my berry, but if you bring it in on a turn I don't have my berry, then GG, bro, give me a kill. So I'm gonna lead off with my crook because leads off well versus literally everything, and I get rocks up. So I'm gonna go for the U-turn. I'm gonna get my rocks up here, and now I'm gonna go directly into my Mana Buzz U-turn and get some momentum. So I'm gonna go out to my Mana Buzz here on the superpower, and I did not want to take another superpower because the health on this could be pretty important. As you'll see later on, it actually is. So I'm gonna hard switch out into Muck because if she wants superpower again, I will definitely eat it up, and with grassy terrain up, I can easily use that thing as setup fodder. So gonna curse on this boy because with grassy terrain I easily beat this Diancie. As you see, Diamond Storm only just 55, and then after a curse plus grassy terrain I can beat this Diancie. So she's gonna pivot out on the Azu as I'm gonna go for a Fire Punch, predicting Klefki to come out. That was like the ideal time for me to Poison Jab, and Azu was no play because I don't have my berry at this point. So going into Azu doesn't really make much sense. She's gonna go for the play rough here and do nothing, as I'm going to do 10,000. Well, I'm gonna kill you with my Poison Jab, and in comes Coco. So here I'm like, okay, I can win with this, but if I can just put myself in a position where I have more sacks than her, then I can win with Greninja. That was basically my thought process at this point. Thunderbolt was doing a little bit too much for comfort. I was just thinking, okay, if I can recycle up to the last center of terrain, then I can pivot out to Crocodile. That was my thought process here. As she gets a para on the final turn and a full para, like that was so bad for me. So now I'm in this position where I have to just spam recycle with my Muck till I'm at a decent amount of HP, and she just keeps staying in and going for this, and I can't do anything about it. I need my Muck. Like I straight up need my Muck at a good amount of HP. And Muck can take advantage of Klefki as well, so I'm gonna spam recycle a bit, try and get back to full, as this thing's gonna just keep spamming Thunderbolt. And I think this is the turn where she finally U-turns. Yep. And yeah, gonna bring out my Muck, and now it's Muck vs Bulu. With grassy terrain up, I easily beat this Mon. So I'm gonna try and get up more curses so that Woodhammer isn't doing as much. That does so much damage, by the way. I'm just like, okay, let me just curse up, you know, get my berry, and yeah, it'll be a good time. So I'm gonna keep recycling, trying to get my berry, just trying to stay healthy, because if Muck can give me, if I can just put myself in a position where I have more stacks than her, Greninja wins, Mega T-Tar wins, like I have other win cons. So he's gonna spam Woodhammer as I'm going to get my berry again. I'm gonna get parried. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can recycle here, get my berry. I think here I recycle, yep. And then here I go for a curse as she crits me on the final Woodhammer. Like, that's so bad. And that was the turn that I went for curse too. Like, that was so annoying. So Coco's gonna come out, and here I'm like, please just get my berry, get my berry, get my berry, get my berry, and of course we get parried. So now I gotta go out to my Crocodile on the next Thunderbolt, and yeah, I can just click Earthquake and get my kill. She reveals Grass Knot, which is like whatever. Then to kill the Coco, as Mimikyu's gonna come out. I'm just gonna let my Crocodile die. I don't need any more. And I can just bring out my Mandibus here because I do live a player up, and I'm just going to U-turn as the Diancie's gonna come out. I'm gonna go out to my Gren, just click Hydro Pump. Basically it's a kill or breaks the disguise on Mimikyu as I hit the Klefki. That does so much damage, by the way. I'm gonna bring out my Mandibus here because I was playing a defog, and then I realized, wait, Diancie blocks that. So let me just click U-turn and make it look like that was what I expected. I'm gonna bring out my T-Tar and just Mega Evolve and click Super Power. I should have honestly just Dragon Dance up on the Klefki, but instead we're here. But it doesn't really make a difference anyway. Gonna click Super Power, easily live the Moonblast, knock out Diancie, and at this point the game's pretty much over because my my Hydreigon wins the game. So I'm gonna sack my T-Star, gonna go into my Mandibuzz as she's going to play rough, and I'm gonna live, and I'm gonna click U-turn, and now all I gotta do is go out to Hydreigon and click Dark Pulse, and the game is over. So GG's to Magma. She honestly played this really well. Her other games, some of her other tour games have been pretty bad. I've been trying to help her get better and stuff, but like, yeah, she actually played these pretty good. But I managed to come out on top. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh wait. I also battle Imka tomorrow, and I'm also gonna be recording the MPL draft live. So look forward to that. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.